All right. I think I'm live. Let me go ahead and make sure by logging in to the YouTube app. I also want to get that chat. Now, how did I do that last time? No, I did get the YouTube chat working through OBS last time. I'm trying to figure out where that is. Do I need to minimize this? I have a feeling that I might need to minimize. Nope, it's not showing up there. Hold on. That doesn't seem to be working. Why? Hmm. Hmm. Now, the last time I did this, it just sort of worked. Like it just sort of popped up with the chat. Maybe it's in docs. Ah, there we go. Okay, there's the YouTube live control panel. Hopefully. Okay, cool. Yep, there we go. Excellent. All right, so that's working. Is this also? There's the chat. Okay, great. All right, so excellent. Yeah, look, I uh quite honestly have gone through a bit of a harrowing adventure getting this stream up. Um, I was doing the chroma key and I was trying to get the chroma key well, and it didn't. It was a struggle. It was a it was a big struggle, and but we got it. I know there's fringing still. I'm still getting used to OBS's chroma key and trying to get it um, figured out. It's either the fringing that you see around me, here and over here, or I'm a ghost. I could look like a ghost, which, I mean, that probably wouldn't be a bad thing. Anywho, I've got my Huey on right here, my lovely Huey on tablet that I've done an unboxing for. If you haven't seen the unboxing video, go ahead and give that. Oh, thank you. There's the camera. Thank you. Um, I appreciate that. Um, got the Huey on tablet going right here in my top down. I'm hoping that the camera doesn't do any weird shuttering stuff like it used to. And um, I am going to go a little bit through Adobe Fresco. That's what I've been using so far. I really like it. It's a super simple program. It's really good for beginners. If you're just starting out in sketching and stuff, Adobe Fresco is the way to go. So I thought it'd be a nifty idea if we would learn a little bit together. So I'm going to go ahead and do this tutorial. We're going to do some hands-on tutorials. So I'm going to try and make it a little bit interesting. We'll see how that goes. I can usually try to do it, make it a little bit interesting for everybody that's here. So I'm going to just do a top-down overview. We've got this welcome to Adobe Fresco. Let's take a quick tour to cover some basics. You can find this and other tours again in Learn, which you can access here. Let's go ahead and go to next. And then we can see over here that we have different brush looks. In Adobe Fresco, we have the pixel brushes, which is up top, and then the live brushes. These, from what I've seen so far, things like watercolor, they have a bit of an added flair to them. And then on the bottom one, we have vector brushes. Now, I'm a bit of a tryhard, and I do love me some shortcut macros. So I've already changed some of my Huion settings up here. So this button right here might come as no surprise, but it is actually going to shortcut back to this. You can see the P icon right there when we hover over it. That lets us know that if you press P, it's going to take you to that tool. We're going to go down one. This one is mapped to H, so I can get those live brushes. This is really useful if you are using your pen and, like I have, setting this to E for erase, which is, I think it's a pretty handy tool. And then this button right here is going back to those vector brushes, which I've been having some fun with. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so here we got a little bit of an explanation. The pixel brushes are used for creating pixels. These pixels are used to create brush strokes. And start drawing and zoom in to see the pixels at each stroke. So this isn't going to create any sort of infinitely scalable line. So you're going to run into some limitations. You know what? I think I need, I hit the microphone there. I think I need some music. Let me go ahead and pull up some Spotify here. I feel like we're a bit boring right now. So let's do I'm gonna go with some lo-fi. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we are. There's some nice background music for us here, learning how to use Adobe Fresco. So again, those pixel brushes, those are going to give you some pretty cool options as far as what you can make. Of course, color, you basically have infinite colors there, but they're not going to be great if you're scaling in or if you're like making larger prints and things like that. So let's go ahead and go with next. You can also import brushes. That's a really big thing with Fresco and a lot of these other digital art platforms, is the ability to import brushes from other creators. So that's a nifty tool. I haven't done that yet. All right, now we got those live brushes. Those live brushes are pixel-based oil and watercolor brushes that you can come back to and add or blend colors even after you're done painting. So it acts like an actual, watercolor would. So that's pretty cool. We're going to go with next. And of course, now we're going into that color option. We have those brush tool options where we can adjust that color, size, ink flow, smoothing for each brush stroke. So that's pretty nifty. And next we got our brushes and layer types. So this is super important. A big transition if you're going from like actual drawing to digital artwork is this idea of layers, and where you can have each independent brushstroke on its own layer, or you can have different objects or different parts of your drawing on a different layer. And that can really help, especially when erasing. So it's only going to erase on the layer that you're active in. So let's read on. Brushes and their layer types. Pixel brush strokes appear on the pixel layers, while vector brush strokes appear on their vector layers. Each layer badge is shown its type. So whatever type of layer you're on, it's going to have a different symbol for it. So let's go ahead and go to next. Layer actions, we can add, hide, and delete layers, which are in this area right here. And I believe this key right here is mapped to new layer. So we're going to go ahead and go to next. All right, this touch shortcut. Now, in my unboxing, I was like, I have no idea what that is. I still don't know what that is. We're learning about that together for the first time right here. All right, let's read. Touch shortcut. This shortcut is a quick, easy way to get to alternate actions of your tool. While using the brush tool, press and hold to access the eraser version of your brush. Okay. All right. Do I get a... Oh, okay, it's up here. Let's see here. Oh, so yeah, up here, this is where our save is. Save and share using that button. Your work is automatically saved and accessible from your files. You can export, preview, and share a time lapse of your work here. Automatic time lapse. That's pretty cool. I might need to take a look at that. All right. So let's see what we have here. Looks like we have a scene. I can draw inside this scene. I can hit that. I can touch that shortcut right there. Let's see. Touch and hold. Okay, let's see if it'll go to erase. It doesn't look like it is going to erase. Okay. Now it's picked up and I've got my eraser, and you can see that even though my eraser is activated right now, I'm not able to erase anything. Oh, because I'm on the tree layer, which is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and Control Z that so I can get that tree back. And I can go up here. This, I believe, is a pixel layer for... Let's hide it and see. You can hover over it, click on hide layer. Oh, it's like the leaves there. That's cool. We'll show that back in. Cool. All right. That was a fun little tutorial. Just sort of goes around. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Oh, that's the full screen. That's my bad. Where is the... Maybe I need to go back out. Let me see here. Okay, yep, I do need to go back out. All right, let's go to a nice old introduction to brushes. All right. You can choose from 3 different brush tools in Adobe Fresco. Pixel brushes, live brushes, and vector brushes. Yeah, we already talked about that. Yep, pixel brushes, organize your brushes like that. Add brushes. Yeah, this is where we can adjust our color and our flow. That's more brush settings. When even more control, fine-tune your brush settings. You can draw in the preview area to test out changes. Oh, okay. That's cool. I did not know there was a test area. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's the paint stuff. I haven't done a lot with the paint mixture. And then this is the vector brushes. Oh gosh, sorry, that was a big yawn. All right, so we got brushes and their types, blah blah blah. All right, let's start looking at some stuff here. So I'm going to try this paint here right now. I think, where is our type here? Right now we're in watercolor. Let's go ahead and click on oil. Let's do a chunky. Oh, okay, so that's like kind of the angle. Ooh. We can set our texture. That's pretty nifty. I had no idea about that. You can kind of see how that's working. Kind of add a little bit of detail with this chunky oil brush. And then we can go up there and select something more in the green family, something along that line, and then like add that in there. And you can kind of see there's a bit of a layer or layering effect, and then of course we can drop that down, that stippling down. We can kind of get, you can kind of see how that works. Little happy little brushes right there. Yeah. So we've got some pretty awesome brushes there. I've been really enjoying it. So let's go ahead and go back for a second. We're gonna go on to the next tutorial. I had no idea that you could do previews like that. Oh man, I should have mainlined some more caffeine or something. All right, so let's take a look at some layers in Fresco. So we've got layers all in here. So these are different elements that you can either bring in or that you can draw in. And those are going to be determined by your brushes, whether or not that's a pixel layer or it's a live ink layer, stuff like that, or vector layer. So let's go ahead and we can also move, combine layers, group layers. We can hide, show layers. I was hoping there would be like a step-by-step tutorial. That'd be pretty cool, but looks like that is not the case. So let's go ahead and draw some stuff. Let's go back to the home page here. I'm going to go to the My Size. So this is our canvas. It's it's about what we'd expect. This is an example of one of our layers here. So let's see, what should I go ahead and try to draw with this? Might as well try some leaves. I was doing some leaves the last time. Might as well start with a leaf this time. Still, actually, I just learned from this really cool YouTuber, Draw Like a Sir. Go ahead and check him out. He's pretty nifty, but he had this really cool tutorial on how to draw hands, which obviously is something that anybody who's drawn for any length of time can have some trouble with. So I haven't actually put it into practice. I've watched it. So he talks about how the hand is really just broken up into a couple of different parts. You've got like the core rectangle, and that's kind of like, the palm of the hand right there. And then you've got 4 or 3 like equal parts. So if I'm looking at my hand like this guy is the middle finger, or the index finger rather. Oops, I don't want that. Then the middle finger, you know, that's 3 equal parts, but it's kind of a little bit longer, you know. And these are really close to being kind of the same area here. And then the pinky, you know, it's a little shorter. So, and then the thumb is off here, but it's also like, you know, 3 equal parts, right? And so now we really just fill in with those, but we kind of keep our strokes like following that same length, you know? Oh gosh, that one's gonna be a little weird. I don't like it. And then, you know, we go under there. I'm gonna kind of layer it on top because I don't unfortunately have much of a choice. And then we can, you know, go. That's kind of stubby. Oh, that's not following the 3 rule there. So let's go ahead and kind of erase that a little bit. What I probably should have done was actually make this stuff that I'm doing right now into a separate layer. So I may do that here in a little bit. Oh, that's not cool at all. Oh goodness. And oh, that scale is really gross. That is. I'm just gonna kind of like redo this thumb for a second, because I don't like how that looks at all. There we go. Oh man, I was actually kind of really excited about the fingers. I thought that the finger one, the phalanges, worked pretty well. Alright, so that's kind of hand-like, I guess. Alright, so there's that, and then that kind of goes up there, and then that, oh gosh, okay. I feel like I mixed up the proportions here. I feel like the proportions are... I will try to be a chill beacon for you, Chris, as you're doing those dishes there. So I've got a hand here. That's sort of doing... now I feel like that's getting lost. Okay, look. It's not a big deal to redo it. So I'm going to go ahead and just start this over and layer it right this time. I think that's going to go a long way in creating this. So we're going to do our skeleton method first, where we draw our box shape. And this time, I think I'm going to try to let us have a little bit more room between those. So we've got our first finger there, 3 hopefully equal lengths. I feel like I'm still getting pretty close there. Yeah, that should probably be a little less because that's the ring finger. Let me reduce the size of my eraser brush here. I'm gonna go ahead and do phalange 1, phalange 2, and phalange 3, and then we'll do the little pinky here at the end. Yeah, that's it. And then Yes, the fact that I'm actually doing this at all is a testament to the philosophy of don't let perfect uh, be the enemy of good, because that is actually one of the reasons why I didn't participate in art very often, is because I didn't like how any of it looked, any of the stuff that I made. All right, now that we've got our skeletal structure here, I'm going to go ahead and add a new layer. Remember, I mapped it to this. If you've got one of these Huion tablets or a tablet that lets you automatically, add in keystrokes, I cannot recommend just taking a little bit of time and adding your shortcuts. It's such a joy to be able to go to erase something and then go to a shortcut and get back to drawing once again. All right, so let's go ahead, and I think I'm going to go ahead and make my top phalange here. There's that. And then we're going to go ahead and go back down there to that base. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw one arc there, one arc there, and one arc there. Now, I probably could, and maybe even should, lost my train of thought. Oh, draw the circles at the knuckles. That probably would have been something that would be very useful, but I didn't. So there's one line, there's one line, there's one line. Then we sort of round it off there, and then hide that behind like so. And our pinky, we can go up with one, then another, and then another. Well, you've got the gist. Although, let's go ahead and make this just a titch shorter. I think that would be a good idea. There it is. We'll go ahead and go back down there like so. And let's get that thumb. So we're gonna make kind of one thumb shape. The middle knuckle that I'm not a huge fan of right now. And see, this is where that layer comes into play. I can go ahead and erase the lines that I was putting in there, and it doesn't erase that skeleton that's kind of my guidepost there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that and make another one, and then we're gonna go like so. There's one, then another right there, and then go ahead and take her back to that. So now if we go ahead and hide our skeleton layer, just hover over it, usually there it goes, and hide that layer and see what we have. Where? Yeah, hide. Why hide? That's weird. Usually. There it goes. So we can kind of see what we're left with afterwards. So, I mean, that's a pretty strong start, at least for me, because as someone who did the old, finger sausage, oh yeah, we need to be active back in that layer. That's right. So, we would draw like, oh, okay, yeah, there's a finger, and then there's a finger, and then there's a finger. Yeah, that's looking quite a bit up from the old finger sausage method. So I really have to give it to Draw Like a Sir. He has changed forever how I will draw fingers. And we could go back and I can maybe fill out that one a little more, maybe give that one a little more oomph, maybe erase that a little bit. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back. Yeah. So and then we can go and start drawing in some of those knuckles and whatnot. So let's go ahead and show that layer, and we can draw, let's go ahead and draw those knuckles at those those intersection points that we used before. Maybe fill out some shapes like that. If we just even look at our own finger right there, we can see those lines. So we can go back to those lines that we created before and add in those joints. Maybe add in some additional wrinkles, a little bit of extra texture there, and then maybe like a fingernail base at the tip there, depending on how we want this to go. We're thinking about where this finger is, in relation to what we're looking at. So we'll go ahead and add in some of those fingernails, maybe. Yeah. Remember that pinky one was definitely not what we were after, but okay. We want to kind of connect that. So let's take a look at our own hand here. We can kind of see there's a bit of an arc that goes into from the pinky into the hand there. There's a bit of a web, especially if we're holding our finger like that. So I'm trying to draw it sort of similar to I'm trying to get the position. It's very similar to that. So that being the case, I might need to show more of a nail on this one over here. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'm trying to be fancy here. Yeah, let's see if I can drag that tool. Let's see here. I haven't really tried using the lasso tool too much on this, but let's see if I can do that. And then go to move, I would imagine. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can definitely move that down and out a little bit. Okay. Cool. Alright, yeah, that one looks pretty good. Let's get out of there. And now I can go back up to this right here. Oh, do I need to turn the lasso off? I have a feeling I need to turn. Oh no. Nope. Oh goodness. I haven't done the I haven't used the lasso tool in this, so I'm a bit of a noob. I really haven't I haven't really gone out of the there it is. Okay, cool. Deselect. Thank you. I haven't really gone out of the thumbs there. So yeah. Alright, so let's see here. And we see our oh gosh, I don't know if because the web of your hand is pretty large, so let's go ahead and add a bit of a big shape there. Let's go ahead and go back to the knuckles right there. Maybe add in some joints. Let's see what that looks like without, well, actually, hold on, let's see here. Actually, how does that usually go? That's usually kind of a straight shot down from the pinky to the base there. So let's go ahead and kind of do one of these bad boys. And then we'll go ahead and, oops, I always do that. I need to get good pen discipline here. Let's call that the knuckles, because those are usually a little further down from the fingers there, from the phalanges. Let's go ahead and hide this for a second and see, what it is we are looking at. Okay. Okay. I think I need to take the thumb in and maybe even scale it a little bit. Can I scale this? Transform and move. I think that's what I have. Yeah, let me click. Oh, okay. Let me try to blast. Come on. Come on. Oh, do I need to cancel that one and then move? I did it before. Come on now. I feel like... Cannot transform. Oh, because I wasn't active in that layer, that's why. Alright, let's see here. I'm trying to make this not look like some sort of claw from a chicken or something. Maybe I need to scale it down a little bit more. Okay. What would happen if I were to... Okay. Yeah, I know I do need to get good hand discipline. That is very true. Let me hold this over. Okay. Actually, you know what? That is not so bad. Let me see. Now, how the heck did I get out of there? Did I just click out of? Oh, dang. Oh, deselect. That's right. I clicked the deselect button. Goodness gravy. Eventually I'll learn. Come on. There we go. We're going to go ahead and click on that. We'll go ahead and... I think I'm going to go ahead and try to draw this. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Isabella. Or Izzy, sorry. I didn't think about that, but now I got it. But yeah, hands are freaking the worst, but honestly, this is probably like the best hand that I've drawn like ever. It definitely looks more dynamic. I am and Izzy, I'm not sure if you were here when I was talking about that, but I saw this awesome tutorial from Draw Like a Sir, and he was saying that you just need to, wait, why did that not hide? Break it down into 3 even sections for all of your fingers. So he recommended, oh man, I can't with this right now. Just, there we go. So basically draw, ha, love it. Gotta hand it to you. Very punny. You draw 3 even sections for each finger, scaling them appropriately based on what finger. That honestly has helped me get to that right there. Oh man, for some reason my hide show is not working out the best. Why is it not? There we go. Goodness gravy. I am not sure why it is playing me like that. I don't know. Anyway, basically, that's gotten me where I am right now, and then using the lasso tool. To move the thumb around. Yeah, I haven't really focused on hands a lot because honestly, what I have been focusing on, do I have my sketch tablet? Oh. What I have been doing, at least for the majority of today, is sketching triangles, squares, and circles, and square, triangle, circle pattern over 100 times to get line work down. And it got me to about the 112th one before I was like, it would probably help if I, made these things larger. And that's what I did. And that's what I've been doing today. So there's going to be an Instagram post about, not getting 112 into drawing squares, triangles, and circles, only to realize that they might have been better if you made them larger. So that is it. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been going for about an hour on this, and I'm kind of getting a little sleepy. So I think I'm gonna stop the stream here. Gonna try to do this again tomorrow. I'm gonna think of a fun thing to draw next between now and then. So it'll definitely be an interesting time for sure. But I think I'm gonna get to bed a little early tonight. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Let me get my... Where's the cursor? Oh, goodness. There it is. Bye!